There's one question that landlords have been asking for decades, and the answer to it predicts disaster with startling accuracy 90% of the time. It is not about credit score, employment history, or even criminal background. It is something far simpler and far more telling. Before we get into the question itself, we need to talk about why tenant screening breaks down in the first place. Because most landlords are doing it wrong from the jump. They're running applications like a checklist instead of reading between the lines. And the difference between a great tenant and a nightmare one is almost always hiding in plain sight. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Landlords consistently approve tenants they should reject, not because the data was missing, but because they did not know what signal to look for. A 650 credit score with a perfect rental history can still walk through your door and turn your property into a stress-fueled, court-ordered odyssey. The question, the one that separates stable, long-term tenants from the ones who ghost you on month 3, is simply this: why are you leaving your current place? That one sentence, asked casually and conversationally, is your most powerful screening tool in the entire process. Think of it like a doctor asking where it hurts before running any tests. The answer does not just reveal the symptom, it reveals the whole pattern. If the answer is vague, defensive, or involves blaming everyone except themselves, you are not looking at a tenant, you are looking at your next eviction filing. The responses that should send chills down your spine sound like, "My landlord is crazy, they never fixed anything," or the classic, "We just did not get along." Notice how the responsibility never lands anywhere near them, and that is the tell every single time. Now, to be fair, not every tenant who criticizes a landlord is a bad actor, because sometimes landlords genuinely are negligent or unreasonable, and context matters. But what you are listening for is a pattern of external blame with zero self-awareness, delivered with a little too much heat for a casual conversation. Contrast that with the answers that should make you feel relief. We are relocating for a job. The lease ended and the owner is selling. Or we needed more space for a growing family. These answers have a beginning, a middle, and an end, with no villain and no drama, just life, doing what life does. History backs this up in a very real way, because property managers who adopted behavioral interview techniques in their screening process in the early 2000s reported a reduction in problematic tenancies by nearly 40%. That is not a coincidence. That is signal intelligence working exactly as intended. There's also a psychological principle at play here called the fundamental attribution error, which basically means that how someone explains past conflict reveals how they will handle future conflict. If they blamed everyone else, then they will blame you next, and you will be the crazy landlord in their next rental application story. The misconception worth addressing is that strict financial screening alone protects you, when in reality, income and credit are lag indicators of behavior, not predictors of it. Someone can have a 750 credit score, make 4 times the rent, and still be the tenant from the 7th circle of property management hell. So the practical lesson is this: add one open-ended conversation to your screening process. Listen without interrupting, and pay close attention to emotional tone and personal accountability. You are not just renting square footage, you are entering a relationship, and every relationship reveals itself in how someone talks about their last one. Discipline in screening means holding the standard even when a unit has been vacant for 60 days and the pressure is mounting. Because a bad tenant will always cost you more than a vacant month. Process over panic every single time. At the end of the day, the most valuable tool you have is not a background check portal or a rental application form. It is a curious, unhurried conversation and the willingness to trust what you hear. One question, asked well, with genuine attention, tells you more than 100 data points ever could. If you are ready to build a smarter, more resilient rental portfolio, or need help with contracting work or finding the right lenders, we can help you get started. Check out our links in the description below.